the ex-girlfriend, the ex-fiance, the ex-everything, babysitter, whatever, they looking very closely and getting to the bottom of this because DC Young Fly was supposed to be celebrating with his family right now. And now he's left on the hook for putting all the pieces together, man. I want y'all to understand that they cut all the outside communication between Jacqueline and the outside world.
And everybody know for a fact that RP Jackie, man. Hey, RP JackyOh, man, because in all actual reality, we know for a fact that Miami PD, they not playing no games. They getting down to the bottom of it, and they got two people as suspects. I want you guys to really understand, man. It was too many people walking on the crosswalk. Y'all gotta really look at, if you ever go to Miami, what do? Hey, they be partying, walking down the street, drinking. So whoever came in there, they was one of the persons who be on the walk. Like, you guys got to really look at that.
And 3 hours before she even went to the whole medical center, they was on the yacht, and whoever gave her that drink, that cup in her hand, TMZ got the picture of her with the cup in her hand. Somebody gave it to her. She did not just make a magic trick and make it appear out of thin air. And so the bartender, the host, whoever was on that yacht, they have to go there and look at the timestamps in the CCTV footage, because anybody that knows anything about the rental yachts, they got cameras on it because they millions of dollars. They want to know who sprayed the champagne. They want to know who poured the cups, because they want to know exactly who to send the bill to. And so at the end of the day, when she walked off that shoreline and she went past the downtown and she took the pictures with Pitbull in Florida. And the thing is that when she got off of that Uber ride, the next thing she did is walk into that lobby, and she was never walked out of there again.
And we all know for a fact that we can realize and open our eyes to the fact that these people, they told them, y'all gotta make sure y'all lock them doors whenever anybody famous come up in this doctor office, man. Because at the end of the day, we know for a fact Dr. Miami, they kept saying Dr. Miami is who she should have went to. She went to the one with 1 star instead of 5 star. By him having a 1 star, it goes to show the people who already been taking him back and forth to court, he never told the people who were still coming in there that they was taking him to court. They took him to court because of the same thing. Because somebody walked through the door with them cups in their hands. Y'all already know what they got in them cups. We already know this. And in all actual reality, we can really pay attention to the fact that you can't have too many people really up in there. Dude got into it with the other dude. And whoever buddy was who walked in there, they already said, like, you know what? That's a notification. We need to get up out of here. He walked up out of there. They start boxing right outside, man. And that's what made them block the door off. And like I told y'all at the beginning of the video, I want y'all to watch this video to the end.
And pay attention to how a lot of people think that that office and the doctor and the staff should have never been open in the first place, because they didn't have the full certification. And the thing is that when they go back and look at it, they never disclosed the fact about how the people came in and hit a lick on them for all them scripts just hours before, overnight. This is Miami. A lot of stuff goes on. The loot, everything like that. They came in looking for the quality, looking for the bottles of the purple stuff, looking for the 30s, the 10s, and everything like that. And so at the end of the day, when everything came about and they was trying to rescue Jackie and everything went wrong, there was not enough to give to her. It could have happened like that, because if somebody came and took all the medicine, then there's nothing left for the actual patients when something hits the fan and things go down, and you go into the cabinet and realize that all of the most important actual saving medicines is missing. It's a red flag. They should have had that under control or restocked before they took any more people in there as customers.
Exactly, because in all actual reality, we know for a fact that too many people went up in that same office and literally didn't come out. And we already know for a fact that a lot of people sit back and look at the doctor like, man, okay, it's cool. We ain't gonna tell nobody that we was arguing with you and we almost, you feel me, went in on. No, they're not gonna tell nobody that. They just gonna stop going to the dude. I want you guys to really pay attention and understand that the way that dude hid the paperwork, y'all know he put the paperwork in the desk so that won't nobody real live in there see. Like, she didn't even get the full surgery. You gotta understand she got half the surgery because DC Young Fly only paid for like a partial like payment. He didn't pay the whole thing. So how could you do any job without paying the whole thing?
Exactly. This is a $99,000 procedure, and they only did half of it. So DC Young Fly is really entitled to like $49,000. This is why this is the thing where they have to go in there and make sure they pull the records of everything that happened that entire week. When she sent the payment in, this was an online transaction. Most people have to book an entire appointment and pay for it in advance. They're lucky that these people have a lot of money. Nick Cannon is paying them a lot of money. And so what you got to understand is that at the end of the day, they went in there fully knowing that they had all the money and they could have restocked on everything that was taken from the heist, from all the medicine, all the bottles, the liters and the pints and everything like that. They could have restocked with the 99,000 that Miss Jackie and DC Young Fly. Look, they go 50-50 on everything. That $99,000 operation, they split it because they know that in their relationship, they're not like all the other people that's out there, like where they have to have the guy pay for it. They went 50-50 on this thing. And so the fact is that DC Young Fly has every right to make sure that he gets justice for Miss Jackie, man. And I want to go ahead and send my condolences and let everybody know that if they're affected by this, that we are by your side.
So I want you guys to throw in the comment section if you rockin' with JackyOh or if you rockin' with basically anybody who, man, I just want y'all to send y'all condolences, man. I ain't gonna even sugarcoat it because in all actual reality, we know for a fact of what really happened in this case. This would have never happened to JackyOh, and I want to start this off by saying, like, this shouldn't have never happened. But at the end of the day, we know for a fact it's RP JackyOh or nothing because in all actual reality, we know for a fact that Nick Cannon already exposed the fact that DC Young Fly was emotional when Nick Cannon already told him, like, man, don't send your baby mama out there because you already know the previous beef between you and Chico being brother. Y'all got to look at one thing. They already said that Carlos Miller, he was highly upset. You should have saw his face, y'all. And I want y'all to really look at this. If y'all new to the channel, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel as soon as you come in the building because this is urgent. In all actual reality, we know for a fact, once they shot her straight to the urgent care, it was over with, man. And it said that she had to get found in that room. They said that dude blocked her off and told the girl that was with Buddy, they instantly told, oh girl, hey, make sure she don't leave out this room. She kept trying to leave out the room. This is why they found her in the room. I want y'all to really pay attention to what's going on because in all actual reality, we know DC Young Fly, they left him with all them shorties, man. And in all actual reality, this is a revolving door. And he should have basically opened his eyes to the fact that she shouldn't have never went out there by herself like they said. But in all actual reality, we know for a fact what they said was, oh, girl now went with her. Just like they said. Ain't nobody finna sit there and go get no surgery by themselves. It's gonna always be either 3 to 5 people at the most, like at the end of the day.
And they said 2 people walked in when the doors opened. It's an automatic sliding door. When DC Young Fly went in, he was in there for about 30 minutes before, up to 5 minutes before the surgery started and everything. When he seen what they did, he came back and he was distraught. They had to remove him out of the lobby because the visitor's time was over. He tried to go in there. That's why he came out. And then to hide the fact that the back door was going on, they said that they're partners now instead of husband and wife or girlfriend because the back door can only happen with somebody that you actually know or somebody that's related to you. And so that's why a lot of times when people get set up, it's by somebody close to them. And this is just another example of why we need to send our condolences to Jackie, man. Her real name is Jacqueline. Put in the comment section to RIP Jacqueline, Queen Jacqueline. And what y'all gotta understand is that whole day was something fishy. When she woke up, she knew something different was going on. That's why when she went on Twitter, she was telling everybody to be extra careful, and cautious that day. She picked up her best friend. She was not gonna go in that place singular as an individual because there's way too many people in there that's already looking at celebrities and everything. She's a celebrity herself. People are forgetting this. So they already got to watch out for somebody that could be pulling up on her or anything like that, because in LA, a lot of people still get robbed, especially those celebrities. You know what's going on. A lot of the people that's actually close to Miss Jackie and close to DC Young Fly, they know what's really going on, man. Their area, it's a lot of stuff going on. So the fact that Jacqueline went there by herself is not true. She was there with multiple people inside the building.
Somebody was holding her hand, and from what Miami South police is saying, they said that they still in disbelief because she gon' you feel me? She gonna go out there with all these people, and then they gonna hurry up and rush and hop on a plane. And the footage from the plane shows the same people who got off the plane with her was the same ones who literally got on the plane without her. I want y'all to understand, man, if something happened out there, they should have just said, yeah, this happened, it went wrong, it went bad. They should have said this. They should have never sit back there and let Jacqueline go like that, man. And at the end of the day, once they tried to rush her to the hospital, she wasn't even in the hospital for not even 5 minutes. You got to understand this, man. She's not even in her own city. That's exactly why she really started panicking once she got in that ambulance, because this is a whole different type of ambulance that she ever been in. And we know for a fact that you only know the flashing lights if you're on the outside, but if you're on the inside, you know they switch it up if you're in different states. I want you guys to really look at one thing that's going on, because I pray for DC, but I mostly pray for Jacqueline family, man. The kids, man. Y'all got to really understand, man, this is something that we all really got to open our eyes to.
Exactly. And the thing is that when TMZ is out there in Miami, they know who goes to the club. They know that everybody comes to Miami to party, to be out there flexing in the exotic cars and everything. Just look at what's going on right now on social media. Whenever somebody pulls up to Miami, you know that they're going to go to the 3 most popular resort clubs out there. And all the TMZ got to do is just have somebody posted up there. So you know that Miss Jacqueline had to go there and have some fun. It was not a one-day event. You don't go to Miami for one day. You got to at least take work off and everything. She called Nick Cannon to tell him that she's not coming back for the season because she just had maternity leave, man. For crying out loud, a lot of people got to understand that it's sad news, man. And we really got to hope for the best for DC, and that he sees what's going on and he pays close attention to his surroundings, because the people around him is getting fairly affected by this. Carlos Miller was extremely emotional. It just reminds you of the situation of Jada Youngin, man. Just like how everything is going on, man. And this is, they don't understand that the terms that she had to go through for them to be able to even continue with the operation. This was something different, man. Y'all got to understand that when they picked her up, and that guy that was getting in that car last, whoever was following behind them, man, that's the person who last actually spoke with Ms. Jacqueline. We got to get a hold of an interview from her manager and her best friend that was with her, because they're the only people that's going to really get justice for Jacqueline, guys.
And Nick Cannon, he already said she can still come back to the show even once she get the surgery. So Nick Cannon, he looking at it like, man, dang, I didn't even want her to go or leave as it is. I didn't want her to go out there. And you got to understand the previous affair that Nick Cannon and JackyOh had. They was cool. They was best friends to the point where they even thought that they was, you feel me, a couple. But we all know in actual reality, Nick Cannon and her denied the allegations and the facts that they was even dating. So that's out the window. Like, I want everybody to understand, this is why DC Young Fly still is with her to this day, because They got all them kids together, and we know for a fact, boy, they make a bag off of every time they go on Wild 'N Out because Nick Cannon pay them a percentage, which leads to them end up at the end of the year when they file their taxes, they'll be able to basically have a lot of write-offs and things like that. I want you guys to understand because they have to purchase clothes. They have to do a lot of things. And I know y'all already saw the fact that the doctor, he spoke out and he said that it was more than one person up in there when he was doing the surgery. When they called him and wired half of the money because you have to pay a down payment and a deposit before you even like basically stick your neck out there.
Exactly, and he went back home to basically fundraise for this, and Jermaine Dupri donated alongside Jay Prince and Nick Cannon's girl and everything like that, Mariah Carey. And so they really trying to look out for Jacqueline and get the funds to make sure that they celebrate everything, because what y'all gotta understand is that she was the one that was raising all the kids for DC Young Fly. He said it himself in the interview with 805 South. They came out and really talked about how he tried to spend 2 hours with the kids and he had to call her to do the rest of the day. That morning when Jacqueline tweeted that she actually got all of the kids to go to sleep at the same time. That's why she was known as a beloved mother, and that a lot of people have a lot of respect for her. This is going to be something hard to swallow due to the fact that when Miss Jacqueline passed, she left a great fortune for the kids and everything, because what DC Young Fly was doing the whole entire time was making sure that if anything goes, that he thought it was going to be him. But it ended up, he got blindsided with the fact that when this news came out, he tried to rush there as soon as he could. And basically they tried to stop him from going there because he does not have the same last name as her.
And if you married, like they said that they wasn't married, that was just his BM. And hey, I want to shout out to Jacqueline, because in all actual reality, we know for a fact this could have been anybody girl. So y'all gotta really take full initiative and really open y'all eyes, man, and pay attention, man, because hey, them doctors who just did that, like they let her come in, next thing you know, it was multiple people. Once they looked at the door, boy, all them people in them white suits, they instantly like, oh, you got more people with you, you have a crowd with you. And she was like, yeah, they just here to make sure I'm good. Next thing you know, the doctor was like, yeah, we usually don't let people come in here when we're doing surgery, but they can sit in the waiting room. It was two people sat in the waiting room, and her best friend sat right by her side and held her hand throughout the whole thing. They said that once she went into recovery, it was over with.
I don't know if they tripped and unplugged all the machines, or if this was something that was botched due to the fact that she had to go underneath the stethoscope. And so a lot of people are saying that this has something to do with the fact that it was not right. They can't be letting people in the lobby standing there with the visitors. They can't be letting people in the hallway or anything like that. At one point, somebody came and interrupted them, man. You got to understand, you're not supposed to go and take a break from work in the middle of a very important, somebody is on the table, man. They really set everything up and started, and halfway through, if somebody goes and takes a break, that's a red flag. Y'all got to pay attention to that. People need to be looking out there and know that this was already a big risk for her to be coming down here and doing that and Charleston White tried to warn them.
And it's like, once the medical assistant walked up and she said, yeah, where is she? Like, they was looking for her at first, and then they end up saying, like, she's still in the room after they said she got discharged. I want y'all to really pay attention to what's going on, because DC Young Fly told Chico Bean that my girl got discharged up out that place, man. It's like, man, why was she still in the room? Like, why did dude and them run up on her, man? Why did dude send no girl in there? Y'all gotta understand what happened. And they already said, I want y'all to let me know in the comment section, because in all actual reality, we can really point our finger and put the key facts together about what really happened, because they already said Carlos Miller, he unhappy about the, he ain't too fond of real live Chico Bean cousin even being in communication with with Buddy, man, come on, that man. I told you they was into it, y'all.
And DC Young Fly was trying to call her the whole entire time to say to let him in, to he was knocking on the door and everything. But the thing is that they made her put her phone in the locker because she could not go into the center with all the metal detectors and everything like that. If the phone triggers off any of the equipment from the MRI or the CAT scan, is going to mess up a lot of things. They won't be able to have power in that room. And so that's why she did not have access to her phone. So DC Young Fly was trying to call her and say, no, switch it to reschedule it. He was really trying to get her to change the date, but she was supposed to come back and they was supposed to go to Ruth Chris for their anniversary and everything like that, where DC Young Fly was gonna propose and have Chico and Carlos Miller right there as the groomsmen.
And you guys gotta understand, when you invite anybody to your wedding, whenever you go shopping for anything, your wedding dress, the tuxedo, the shoes, it don't matter. Y'all gotta understand, you gonna spend some money. That's why I always told y'all, once he instantly told Chico Bean, like, you married, I'm not married. This my girl, I love her. I want y'all to understand, they had to hold him back, man. He was acting obnoxious on the couch, man. He kept on moving, man, and kept on crying, man. And they already said, the way that Chico Bean tried to calm him down, and then he instantly looked up at him like, it was your brother who did it. It was your brother who did it. Y'all gotta really understand what's going on, man. RP to JackyOh, man, because at the end of the day, these the same people who instantly, they should have never let her even go out there. And Carlos Miller, he not finna play no games. He called her his little sister. I want y'all to really look at that.
And the first place that the investigators went to is to DC Young Fly's ex-fiance, because they want to know if her or her current spouse had any of the whereabouts or anything to do. If they was in Miami, you got to understand that a lot of times ex-girlfriends, exes and all that, they try to come back and actually get revenge for a lot of times, especially when it comes to the guy getting a new girl that's successful, just like DC Young Fly and Miss Jacqueline. And so the thing is that